So I'm all in for tonight's fights, meaning I'm looking forward to tonight's fights. And I'm going to make some picks. Okay? I'm going to take Perez, obviously. I'm going to take Dudakova. Nunes has not looked good. She gasses. But Nunes is a much better striker, especially early in fights. So Dudakova might get pieced up early. If she's not careful, she could get stopped. But if she gets through the first round, I think it'll get worse and worse for Nunes because Dudakova is not going to want to stand. And I don't think Nunes is all that good at preventing takedowns. So I'm going to go with Dudakova, but Nunes could win. I think if she does win, it'll most likely be by first round stoppage, TKO or something. Perez, I don't expect Perez Smith to be all that exciting. You know, I suspect that fight might look kind of bad. Yeah. The same somewhat, not as much with Nunes Dudakova, but you know, Nunes early, pretty decent striking. So I expect it to be a little better. Now I could be wrong. Maybe Perez and Ashley bring it. And if they do, hey, hats off to them. I don't care. I don't care who bring the smoke. Hopefully they all bring the smoke. Hopefully they're all entertaining fights. Anyways, Chelsea or Chandler. Aside from Juliana Pena, she might be a better promoter of fights than Juliana Pena. Because she's a little more genuine with hers. And I believe that she talked herself into this fight. And I'm going to go over that. And I'm going to take Chandler, but Norma could win. But the thing is, Chandler said that she thinks she knocks Norma out in the first round like Megan Anderson did. Right here. I want to fight her. I think I knock her out first round like Megan did. She fought bad and got knocked down in the last round. She didn't look like a bona fide title challenger. Her wall work is not good, and I think I beat her there too. Especially on the ground, I have an advantage as well. I say me and her fight for a title eliminator on the same card as Nunes. She fought a 135-pounder and didn't do well. I'm bigger than both her and Carol Rosa. And I will have my way with her. She's on a 2-fight win streak, and she lost to Macy Chason. So I think my call out is warranted and should happen. Chelsea Chandler on Norma. Hey, I'm entertained. You gonna paint yourself into a corner like that and promise to fight your way out of it? Okay, we'll see. And hey, if she does this, she made a prediction. Stoppage, first round knockout. That's pretty deep. That's what I'm talking about. You don't hear this type of talk often, do you? I can't remember. When you make promises like that, man, you got my attention. I'm going to watch to see, and I want to watch to see if you're going to deliver. And if you do, wow, check you out. That's something to see. So Chelsea or Chandler promoted her fight well and got my attention and got me fired up for this fight. Now, she says some other things. That wasn't all that she said. Let me see here. She also said, I think right here. Now, this is Norma Dumont. She said, we already tried this fight, and the UFC said they wouldn't give it to me because they thought it was too easy for me. Talking about Chelsea or Chandler. My goal is the belt. If a fight against her can't give me a title, then I don't care. Let her work hard and one day earn her title shot. Okay. I thought she said something else, but I guess not. Chelsea or Chandler said, tomorrow I back up my mouth. She said that on her profile. Said, tomorrow I back up my mouth. So there's a whole lot of talk going on. Here's another one. Here's something else she said. She said she fought Megan Anderson in her debut and got knocked out at 4-0. Then they gave Megan Anderson a title shot immediately. So if you're using that same logic, if she fought me and won, she'd get a title shot. That sounds like what she wants. So, set it up. I'm on a 5-fight win streak, and there's no one else asking for this fight except me. Okay, so it sounds like she, Chelsea Chandler, talked her way into this fight. She talked this fight up. She talked it up, and the UFC made it happen. It made it happen, so good for her. And like I said, she got my attention. Okay? I don't care who you are. If you're on a win streak and you got the nerve, the outright nerve to predict the results, to not only predict the results of your next fight, your upcoming fight, but to call that fighter out. You're fighting that fighter because you called them out and made multiple statements, bold statements. Okay, you got my attention. Calling them out, you got all that nerve to call them out and to continue making statements, then to have the nerve to predict what round and how you're going to stop them, that you are going to stop them and what round you're going to do it in. All right. Okay, that's how you promote a fight. And she's done a better job than anybody else on the card as far as promoting fights. Yeah? So, good for her. But she better be careful. Norma got good boxing. She got good boxing. Okay? And now what is this? This is at feather. It's at 145. That might be better for Chelsea or Chandler. Now, at 145, Chandler, like she said, I'm bigger, and she said, I'm going to have my way with her. So she's predicting the nature of the fight, how the fight is going to go. Not only am I going to stop her, I'm going to have my way with her. Wow. Now, I personally don't think it's going to go down like that. But it could. I believe Norma is going to have her moments. She got good hands. Okay? And good speed. But if Chelsea is saying, hey, no, I'm not worried about nothing she got. I'm going to have my way with her. Then I'm going to knock her out in the first round. Wow. Okay. We'll see about that. Now, the main event. Oh, the main event. I'm going to take Mayra Bueno Silva. I'm going to take Silva. Okay? I'm going to take Mayra Bueno Silva. I think that Holly could win, but I think Silva has a better chance of a stoppage, especially if the fight goes past the second round. If you watch Holly Holmes' fights, if you watch her fights, and especially her most recent fight, past the second round, she really don't have no power. If you're striking with her, man, please. The only fighter who's going to be landing knockout shots or damaging shots is going to be Silva. Get past the second round. Now, early in the first round, Holly Holm got good power. She could catch Silva. Silva pretty easy to hit. Holly Holm could win this fight. I think it's a close fight. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm going to say that Silva has a better chance of a stoppage. And if it goes to decision, Silva still has a chance because of how she fights. Her power shots might be far more effective. She might be the one that hurts Holm multiple times while she herself is never hurt. That I could see that happening. Looking at the way they fight, Silva's pressure, Silva's power shots. Silva looks more powerful. Her shots look more powerful than Holly Holm. And let me tell you something else that might happen. Holly Holm might get kicked square in the face with a front kick or some kind of head kick. Holly Holm, she better be careful with that. Better be careful with dipping her head down and forward on the inside like that. Bueno Silva good with those kicks, those front kicks, and they are fast. I can see Holly Holm eating a toe or two. But I'm going to take Silva, and I'm going to be rooting for Silva. We all know I'm annoyed with Holly Holm, and I want to see new, fresh faces fighting for the belt. It's nothing personal. This is a paying customer. I think Silva got better power. She's got better power. Her speed is not bad. And I don't think Holly is going to be dancing like a lot of people think. Look at Holly's most recent fight against Ketlin Vieira, another plotter. Ketlin found it fairly easy to find Holly Holm. At age 40, Holly is not really dancing around and floating like a butterfly. A lot of times she's spinning, especially past the second round. A lot of times she's running in with these weak shots. Man, please. Silva, I can see her doing a lot of tricky stuff in here, catching Holly Holm. Look, I'm excited to see what happens. I hope the fights are good. That's more than anything. And I want to get back to enjoying these fights, having good fights, satisfactory fights, you know what I'm saying? Interesting fights made in good effort more than anything. Okay? And me talking about these fights is not a stretch on my part or me reaching, trying to get excited about it. I genuinely am interested to see how each of these fights unfold because I've been watching a film on all of them. And I like the talk. I like the promo skills on the part of Chelsea or Chandler, and the little dust up that they had at the face-off. Okay, that was icing on the cake, and we'll see what happens. I will be back after the card.